Let's be honest. If a man says all the right things, texts consistently, and actually likes you, why does that sometimes make you pull back? You prayed for a good man, but when he finally shows up, you start to feel ick. And suddenly he's too available, too nice, and you find yourself missing the one who barely texts back. The one who had you checking your phone like it was a lottery ticket. So I'll ask again, is it really that the good guys are boring? Or have we just confused peace with a lack of passion? Because sis, what if the problem isn't him? It's what your body's been taught to crave. Welcome back to the Tea List. It's your girl, the Tea List Queen, where we talk love, life, and the lessons learned the hard way. I'm your host, the Tea List Queen, and let's get into it. I made some nice little mixture here. It's limeade, gin, and Malibu. It tastes delicioso. Yeah. So let's get into it. We've all heard it. Nice guys finish last. And honestly, it's not completely wrong. A 1999 university study found that while most women say they prefer a nice guy, more than half admitted that those nice guys usually end up with fewer sexual partners, meaning fewer women are actually choosing them. So, what's really happening? It's not that women don't like good men, it's that subconsciously we've learned to equate emotional intensity with attraction. If a man feels safe, consistent, predictable, that can feel foreign when your nervous system is used to chaos. We say we want peace, but then when peace shows up, it feels too quiet. You can tell yourself, I want stability. But if your body is used to a roller coaster, the mixed signals, the adrenaline, the high followed by the heartbreak, the stability feels like silence. And silence feels like boredom. But before we go any deeper, let's talk about standards for a second. You're 5'2". Why you gotta be 6'4"? We say, I just want a good man, but then describe somebody who sounds like Idris Elba, he fine. Barack Obama, ain't no other man like that. And your therapist all rolled into one. Let's add Michael B. Jordan into that mix. All fine.
Emotionally intelligent, financially stable, perfectly healed, dominant but gentle, rich but humble,
Loyal but mysterious. Girl, what in the Build a Man catalog are we ordering from? And here's the kicker. When the man who actually treats you right shows up, calls when he says he will, plans real dates, checks in when you're quiet, suddenly, he's too nice. He's not exciting. Translation, he's giving you peace and you're addicted to chaos that used to make you feel wanted. So let's be real. Sometimes the reason we overlook good men is because they don't fit the fantasy version we built in our heads. Your soulmate might not come in your type. And sometimes your type is just your trauma's favorite color. Mic drop. I'm just saying, if you're 5'2" and he's 5'10", that's still taller than you when you're barefoot and healing. All right, so let me tell you a story. This is a safe place for me, right? And I gotta be real. I have to be real and tell you in my younger years, things that I've done. So I once dated a man who is genuinely one of the kindest people I'd ever met. He texted good morning every day. He remembered my favorite ice cream, never raised his voice. And I remember thinking, something's missing. He didn't play games. He didn't disappear. He didn't make me chase. And still, I couldn't feel the spark. Meanwhile, my girls were like, girl, what's missing is drama. You're not used to peace. And they were right. Because deep down, I had mistaken chaos for connection. I thought love was supposed to feel like a rush. The anxiety, the mystery, the highs and lows. But that wasn't love. It was my body mistaking adrenaline for affection. So sometimes when you've survived emotional instability, peace doesn't feel safe. It feels suspicious. You start waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's why when a man is gentle, consistent, or transparent, some of us think there has to be something wrong with him. But maybe the real problem is what we've been taught to expect from love. Here's the science. I know I've had subscribers drop comments and say you should really give some research behind this. So I got you. I hear you. I receive it. Here you go. Psychologists say our brain releases dopamine, that feel good chemical, when we experience unpredictability. It's the same reward system that keeps gamblers pulling a slot machine lever. So when you're dating someone inconsistent, one day hot, the next day cold, your brain gets hooked on guessing. That rush of unpredictability makes you feel alive. But when you meet a good man who's consistent, who calls when he says he will, your brain goes quiet. No chaos, no guessing, no adrenaline. And to someone unhealed, that silence feels like no chemistry. So before you call him boring, ask yourself, is he boring or is he safe? And you just don't recognize it yet. So I've asked many men. Why do they think good men finish last? Why they think good men get overlooked? One said, because women say they want love, but what they really want is what feels familiar. And familiar isn't always healthy. That hit. Because he's right. Some men have stopped chasing not because they stopped caring, but because they got tired of proving themselves to people who confuse love with attention. A Pew Research study found that 60% of men on dating apps feel insecure about not getting messages, while over half of women feel overwhelmed by getting too many. Everyone's drained. Men feel ignored, women feel overstimulated, and both sides are losing faith in effort. When we say, where are the good men? Sometimes they're right there. They're just quiet now. I definitely have to attest to the dating app situation. It can be very overwhelming. Too many conversations going on. It's just like, do I really want to message right now? I'll respond later. And then you end up not responding. So from a woman's standpoint, I totally agree with that research. It is definitely overstimulating. So let's talk. Sometimes we treat emotional safety like it's unattractive. We call kindness, oh my God, the alcohol is hitting. We call kindness simping. We label consistency as clingy. But be honest, if you met a man who gave you peace, would you know how to handle it? Can you handle it? If good? Or would you get bored and start looking for chaos to feel alive again? I've been there. And it took me a while to realize that maybe the good guy wasn't the issue. It was the version of me that didn't trust peace. So, are good guys turning women off? Or are unhealed women turning themselves away from love, from peace? Ladies, please drop your thoughts in the comments. If it's a pick me comment, don't even post it. And fellas, tell me if I'm wrong. Let's stop calling them good guys like they're the alternative. Let's call them emotionally healthy men. Good doesn't mean weak. It means grounded. It means emotionally safe. It means he can love you without losing himself. And healed women, they crave that. So the next time peace feels uncomfortable, pause. You might not be bored. You might just be safe for the first time. If this episode hit home, share it with your girls, especially the ones who keep saying all men are the same. Because next week we're talking about why men don't chase anymore and why some women secretly miss it. And trust me, it's connected. This is the T-List Podcast. Stay soft, stay smart, stay true.